Should we tax or even entirely eliminate billionaires? According to this person, it'll solve all our problems. Free childcare, education, healthcare for everyone. Well, good news to those who propagate this rhetoric, because the second biggest economy in the world, the big Red Sea country, is doing exactly that. In contrast to Western billionaires from 2021 to 22, billionaires from this country lost an incredible $500 billion. In fact, only just now they've just eliminated a billionaire tech banker by the name of Bao Fan, joining half a dozen of other billionaires in recent years who have been purged by this state. It's part of a common prosperity program that has seen the elimination of the degenerate private education sector, the debauched entertainment, so film and gaming industry, and the dubious tech industry. This has seen, for example, the breaking up and fining of tech giants like Alibaba, encouraging high-income people and companies to return more to society, and a general crackdown on entrepreneurial activity. So what's the result? Have we seen the wealth of the wealthy get fairly redistributed to the proletariat? Not quite. Along with some other anti-business practices, we've seen the largest exodus of wealth on this side of Russia, with $150 billion being lost to capital flight in 2022 alone. The country had 32,000 people with more than $50 million, of which 10,000 abandoned the country last year. Immigration lawyers from places like Japan and Singapore, who specialize in the people from this country, have said their clientele have gone from the truly rich to now also include the upper middle class. In Guangzhou, over 100 people lined up to apply for immigration to America after opening up right after Lunar New Year. Why do we care if we lose rich people? Well, the result is the economy has been in freefall, unemployment is rampant, factories are closing down, foreign investment is drying up, and as evidenced by the top 10 business tycoons transferring $500 billion to offshore trusts in 2021 alone, the effect on ordinary people has been terrible. This is all evidence of the economic theory known as the Laffer curve, which suggests that taxing above a certain threshold can actually reduce a nation's income. I hope you can see that although the taxation and elimination of greedy billionaires sounds empowering, it's ultimately the language of demagogues. In principle, I would also love billionaires to pay more tax, and I'm sure that cash-strapped governments would love it even more. But the problem is, the wealthy people of the world also have the greatest ability to move their wealth elsewhere, taking their factories, taking the jobs and vital industries with them. And no foreigner is going to want to invest in your country anymore, and the entrepreneurs and innovators that you do produce domestically are all going to go elsewhere, where their skills can bear more fruit. This idea, I think, can only work in a single state world, and ultimately, even as unfair as it sounds, it's sometimes more beneficial for governments to attract wealthy people and their companies with tax breaks. It's a tricky balance to get right. And also, let's say you are able to pillage the wealth from billionaires. You've got a short-term cash boost. Hooray! But now what? What's the plan for the future? What's the plan in 10 years' time when you have no rich people left? Something to think about.